Hello and welcome to another macros for editors video. Slightly unusual this time. As you can see, editors is crossed out because actually I'm addressing this to indexers. Now it's actually a bit of what you might call a speculative video because I'm asking the question as to whether these macros any of the macros that I'm producing could be of help to you as an indexer or as maybe an editor who does indexing. But before we start, we need to be sure that you as an indexer know what I mean by macros. And if you look on the internet, you get different definitions. I'm talking about Microsoft Word macros and not index software related macros. So it's a different thing altogether, so we need to be sure what we're talking about. If you look on the internet, you'll get a definition something like a single instruction that expands automatically into a set of instructions to perform a particular task. So that's a sequence of events, actions that are set off by quotes running a macro. That's not what I'm talking about. If I'm talking about a Microsoft Word macro, it would be what I would call an app or an application. That's what it's more akin to. And if you look at what we mean by application on the internet, then it might be something like this: a group of programs designed for end users, examples such as word processor, spreadsheet, and accounts applications. In other words, very much bigger. Okay, my macros are not as powerful as that, but they are certainly not just a set of instructions. They allow you to deal with entities such as words, paragraphs, sentences, and characters. The macros can count, they can calculate, they can manipulate, they can sort, they can make decisions. So we're talking about very powerful facilities that are available in the form of macros. And the question really is, are they going to be helpful for indexers? I don't actually know, although I did go along to a local meeting of the Society of Indexers, and one or two of them did get a little bit interested when I was talking about some of the macros, and they said they could see application. In particular, the analysis macros that I produce could be helpful because they can spot inconsistencies in a book. The editors who've edited the book that you're about to index are not infallible, especially if they're not macro assisted. They would do a better job, I maintain, if they were using macros or more macros. But the file that you're about to index will indeed contain inconsistencies. Okay, they should come to light as you're indexing, but will you spot them all? Well, why not let the computer help you? And my question is whether my macros could indeed help you. So what sort of inconsistencies could cause problems? Well, there could be variant spellings. These could be technical terms or proper nouns, perhaps. Would inconsistent hyphenation cause you a problem? But if you think they are a potential problem, then read on. Let's see what else we can talk about. So could some of my analysis macros help you? Well, first and most obvious, I think, is ProperNounAlyse. Okay, it would help you to spot Beverly and Beverly, spelt without an E, but they would be close together alphabetically anyway. But what if the names were something like Barn Jones and Burn Jones? Okay, they're spread out amongst the proper nouns. They'd be even more spread out when it's not just a list of proper nouns, but a list of all the words that need indexing. Second idea is a macro called FullNameAlyse, and again, same sort of idea that it's pairs of proper nouns, and so you might want to look at whether that might be helpful. Inconsistencies in spelling. Well, spelling error lister generates a complete alphabetic list of all the words that Microsoft Word thinks are spelling errors, and some of those spelling errors could be technical words, and they would therefore be listed together in this spelling error list. And maybe it was two technical words like those, and they would be in the spelling error list, and so you'd be able to spot them before you start actually doing generating the you'd be aware of them before you started generating the index. Hyphenalize, less sure that would be helpful, because flange plate, those two versions would at least come together alphabetically in the index, so you jolly well ought to spot those, and word pairalize will spot that two words or a single word. Maybe there are other macros, I don't know, without talking to indexes a bit more, but I hope this sort of stimulates you to think about the possibilities, and if you have any thoughts, please email me. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye for now.